Streamer known as Destiny, or Stephen Kenneth Bonnell, recently revealed that he was contacted by an anonymous user who claimed to have connections with Twitter employees and offered to help Destiny regain access to the platform after being suspended. According to Destiny, the anonymous user stated that he would need to send an email expressing remorse in order to be reinstated on Twitter.
How'd you get your Twitter account back? I'm gonna be honest, I have never had any hope for the Twitter account. Some random dude emailed me like not 10 years ago. I think like a few months ago. He's like, oh, I want to invest in your company. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. And he's like, oh, hey, like I'm friends with a lot of people at Twitter. I can have dinner with people and ask them what's going on. And I'm like, I'm sure you can, buddy. And he's like, do you want me to put in a good word for you? And I'm like, yeah, sure thing. And he's like, okay, but you're gonna have to buy the dinner. And I'm like, okay. And we go back and forth through emails a few times. And then one day, as he's like working, so he's the guy who originally gave me some like vague information about why my account was banned. And I'm like, okay, I've heard this before. And then he gets me in contact with high up at Twitter. And I'm like, and then I email her, and she's like, well, here's what your account was banned for. Like, these tweets all violate the TOS. And then I responded to her, I was like, oh, well, I probably get hundreds of tweets like that. Thanks. Sorry for wasting your time. And he's like, no, dude, you got to try harder. And I'm like, dude, I'm fucking nuked from Twitter. And he's like, no, just send a nice email. We'll like make it sound sincere, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, fuck it. And I did that. And then she was like, oh, thanks for being sincere. We'll let you back on Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, okay.
The experience of being suspended from a social media platform can have significant implications for individuals, particularly those who are influential or have a large following. For Destiny, a streamer with a significant presence on social media, being banned from Twitter could have had significant consequences for his online presence and his ability to connect with his audience. Social media has become an important tool for building and maintaining a public image, and being banned from a platform can damage an individual's reputation and credibility. In Destiny's case, being banned from Twitter could have had a negative impact on his reputation and his ability to engage with his audience. There are also broader societal implications to consider when influential individuals are banned from social media platforms. Social media has become an important tool for disseminating information and for connecting people with shared interests and values. When influential individuals are banned from these platforms, it can limit the spread of their ideas and the extent to which they can engage with others. One potential consequence of this is the suppression of alternative viewpoints and the erosion of intellectual diversity. When individuals with controversial or unpopular opinions are banned from social media platforms, it can limit the range of ideas and perspectives that are represented on these platforms, potentially leading to a homogenization of thought. There are also concerns about the potential for censorship and the impact this can have on free speech. Social media platforms have become important spaces for public discourse, and when individuals are banned from these platforms, it can limit their ability to express themselves and contribute to the public conversation. Additionally, there are concerns about the potential for bias in the enforcement of social media platform policies. If certain individuals or groups are disproportionately targeted for suspension or banning, it can create a perception of unfairness and undermine the integrity of the platform. In the case of Destiny, the fact that he was contacted by an anonymous individual offering to help him regain access to the platform raises questions about the transparency and accountability of the process for banning and reinstating individuals on social media platforms. It is important for social media platforms to have clear policies and procedures in place for dealing with violations of their terms of service, and for these policies to be applied consistently and fairly. Overall, the implications of bans on influential individuals, such as streamer Destiny, can be significant for both the individual and for society at large. It is important for social media platforms to carefully consider the consequences of banning individuals, and to ensure that their policies and procedures are transparent, fair, and consistent.